If you want to lose weight and keep it off, then this video is for you. Hey guys, it's Desi. Welcome back to my channel, and today I have a weight loss video that's a portion of exercise and dieting, and it's how I lost over 20 pounds. So this is great for teenagers and anybody that really wants to start losing weight. So let's get right into it. So first, I want to talk about that diet is more important than working out, because you can work out 6 hours a day, all the time, and if you have crappy eating, you're not going to make any improvement. So that's why I want to start off in saying that, nutrition is the most important part of this. So I wanted to get, to start off, and I'm going to start talking about like diet, nutrition, and not really necessarily a diet, because if you are a teenager, you really shouldn't diet, especially if you're younger, because it can harm your growth. So just, eat healthy, try eating, healthy, stuff like that. My first tip. But then I'll go into working out and then like my stats, and the next video will be a whole video of a workout for beginners. So I'll kind of go with this video. But to start off with, I wanted to say that personally, what helped me the most is I had no dairy and no gluten. So I am lactose intolerant and I have a case of celiac disease. So no dairy. Even if you're not lactose intolerant, you really shouldn't be eating dairy. And if you don't, obviously make sure you take the right calcium like supplements, because dairy is so fattening, it's bloating, it's honestly, more people have lactose issues than realize. But that's like the best thing I can give you is do not, really try to limit your dairy. If you love drinking milk, switch to almond milk. That's what I have to do. I mean, I don't like milk, but like normal milk. But make sure you definitely have your vitamins, calcium supplements, all that stuff. And next thing is I normally do one cheat day where I can kind of eat whatever I want. Obviously, it's still kind of healthy for me since I can't have dairy or gluten, otherwise I get really sick. So, but if you want a piece of pizza or want some pizza, have pizza. If you want, whatever. And then the next is I don't count calories. That's one thing that, you can count calories forever, but it just wasn't working for me. So I do eat healthy, and I'm kind of aware, like, okay, this snack has 500 calories, I probably shouldn't eat it. This snack has 100, I probably should eat that instead. Like, like that type of thing. Like, I'm not sitting there, like, writing down and counting my calories on my phone, which is a big help for me. And then another thing I wanted to go into is easy, like, swaps. So if you love pasta, use gluten-free rice pasta, which I obviously have to use. Super simple. It honestly tastes the same. It's a tiny bit of a different texture, but you can't even tell. Like, honestly, I've served it to people and they didn't even know they're eating gluten-free. It's healthier for you and it's better. Same with bread. They have gluten-free, grain-free bread. Just kind of make this simpler switch. Instead of, using mayo, use light mayo, like that type of stuff. So that's the best thing I can give you diet-wise. And then one is drink a lot of water. That is the most important. If you only take one thing out of this segment, is drink as much water as you can. Not only, obviously, if you're going to be working out and stuff, not only is that crucial for you, but you need to stay hydrated. It's the best way to lose weight. And it's just obviously good for you. Your skin will look better, your hair will look better. I've been drinking a ton of more water, and my skin has been looking so much better. And also, I have more energy just drinking water, and I don't feel so sluggish. Like, before, I honestly could lay on the couch all day or lay in bed all day. I had no energy. And, now I do. So I kind of wanted to start seeing, like, I started this in probably the end of August because I ended up getting really sick. It was a very dark point of my life, Normally, for hormonal reasons, I used to get sick and I'd be throwing up all night and, like, stuff like that, like, just awful. But I went on medication and it hasn't been like that for the past, like, 4 years until last August it got bad. And actually, normally, I surprisingly have never gotten sick during the day. It's always in the middle of the night. If I'm going to get sick, it's middle of the night. Like, literally every single time I've gotten sick, middle of the night. This was at, like, 6 at night, so it was odd. Like, I started feeling sick earlier and then I actually got sick. So that was odd. And I just thought, okay, it's hormonal, like normal, just had to go back into the doctor and fix it. Well, I went back to the doctor, they changed my medication, whereas kind of TMI, but I didn't have my time of the month for like 3 months. That's what they thought would help. And then I had it. Well, with that, I had my own issues, and then I also was getting sicker. So that's before we knew I had the gluten issue. And so I just kept getting sicker, and then I finally thought, we kind of jotted down to maybe let's try not eating gluten, because I wasn't eating anything at all. I lost like 35 pounds or more because I wasn't eating. I ate maybe once a day, if that. Like, I honestly felt horrible. So once I slowly incorporated, like, I think it probably was October, November when I actually started incorporating little to no gluten. And that still helped, but I was still, getting sick, and, so I still, until probably January, like, is when I finally started feeling better. So for those 6 months, or 5, probably 5, because January, starting the beginning of January, I did feel much better. But I felt awful. I wasn't working out. I definitely wasn't eating very good. I wasn't sleeping much. Like, just kind of horrible. And I lost, a lot of the weight I lost was muscle weight. Like, the muscle that I grew back, that I, gained. So I had to kind of gain that back. So slowly through, like, January, February, March, I was gaining, the muscle back, and I was still working out. So I got back up to a normal, healthy weight. So I was 165, which is the heaviest I've ever been. And some of that was muscle, but a lot of it was fat, because I really wasn't taking care of myself very well. So after I got kind of built myself back up to that weight, not to that weight, sorry, I was at probably like 150, or more, and I was probably heavier than 150, but, and then, I started eating poorly again, so I gained more weight. So then probably I'd say, from April to now to July is probably when I lost, is when I lost the 20 pounds. I was eating, like, what I just showed you guys. I was working out very well, which I'll tell you guys in 1 second when I work out. And it just was one of those things where, like, yeah, I lost 20 pounds. I gained a lot of muscle. Like, I'll tell you my stats in a little bit. But I just wanted to say that, kind of tell you, like, why. Because I've always worked out, but I've never seen a huge improvement. Like, I've always been active, but I never ate well. Like, I kind of show you guys my history before, so you kind of knew what led to this and stuff like that. So now with that, I'm going to go back to, like, working out. So I'm going to start with, like, there's probably 3 things you need to do. So one is cardio. And I do that for probably 6 days a week, at least 30 minutes. Whatever keeps your heart up. So walking, running, cycling, jogging, if you walk, like, on a treadmill, which I do more treadmill work now because it is summer here, it's hot out and humid, walk on an incline, or if you run, try to run an incline. Just challenge yourself, whatever gets your heart rate up, at least 30 minutes a day. And that is very important, because if you have a lot of, like, fat tissue around, like, your stomach and stuff, you need to lose that before you start gaining muscle. Because if you, like, just do, like, strength training, no cardio, your stomach's just going to be hard, so it's not really going to shrink. So you want to make sure cardio is probably equally important to strength training, and I do that 6 days a week. And, it's one of those things where not only is it great for you, I have asthma, I've had pretty much my whole life. That really helps keep my asthma away, is staying active. The second is strength training routine. So it's lower body, upper body, and abs and core. 6 days a week. And then you alternate. So what I would do is, so one day, I always do cardio every day, and then I'll do lower body, which is legs, thighs, and butt, one day. And then the next day I'll do upper body and abs. So a lower body workout, which I'll tell you guys that I love, is the clamshell, 60 times per side. Side raises with your top leg, which is 60 times per side. Side raises with the bottom leg raise, which is 30 to 40 times per side. Hip bridges with weights, 10-pound weights, and you do 60 or as many as you can do. And then scissors for 3 minutes straight. Or do a song. So put on a song and then do it the whole time. And the one thing too, if these are too hard for you, do a little less. Or if you need, if you need to start with a 5-pound weight, do lower. Or if you do 60 and you don't feel any pain, then do more. Like, just it's kind of, what works for you, and then build up, every week. So, like, I'll do 60 this week and then, like, 70 next week. Like, just kind of build up so you're constantly challenging yourself. So then the next day, upper body and abs. So for abs, I use a 10-pound weight, and I do cherry pickers, which is 30 on each side. So the next one I do is the row. So you bend over and you're rowing, like, back and forward. Again, that will be shown. Do those. Try to do 3 sets of 12 as well. And then what's the other one? Yeah, I don't know, like, the names of these specifically, so I'm trying to have trouble doing that. The other one is push-ups. Push-ups is very good for building your muscles. And you can do those in your knee or your arms, and try to do 3 sets of 12 of those as well, or as many as you can do. And then the last one, I try to do, like, 5 exercises per workout. So the last one that I always do for my arms is I take the weight, and it's back like this, and you go like this. And that really helps when you're standing. And then you have weights on your hands, and you just slowly move your arms down. Penguins. So you're laying on your back, knees up, like feet up, like kind of like you're gonna do a push-up. And you just go side to side, touching your ankles, but you know, you just lift it a little bit, and that works really well. And hey guys, so I just wanted to quick tell you that the exercises you guys are just about to see, I only showed a few, and then on one side. Make sure you do both sides, and then I'll have all of the time like listed down below, like 3 sets of 12, or a minute straight, like that type of stuff, listed down below. And remember, if you need to modify, you can. Instead of using a 10-pound weight, use a 5-pound weight, or you know, either that. If this is too much for you, you can do a little less. Just make sure you can modify them. Alternate every day. So just do 3 days of lower body, 3 days of upper body and abs. So the next part, which is a very, very important part, is stretching. So my favorite way to stretch is foam rolling. That is amazing. You know, your legs, I guess I'll show a quick video, but literally you just stretch out every bone, every muscle. You rub, like you put it under your legs, like move back and forth, top of your legs, like that is the best way. Like, because I used to, like after I'd work out the next day, I could barely walk, and I can do the same workouts and then foam roll the next day. I feel no pain at all. So for your back and stuff, it gets a little difficult, so you might need help from somebody, but that is the best way. For the stats, so I measure myself more than I check my weight, because since I do gain quite a bit of muscle, or I have gained quite a bit of muscle, you know, muscle weighs more than fat, so it's hard to weigh yourself, because you might be losing fat but gaining muscle. So I did weigh myself the other day. So I was 165 pounds. A few months ago, now I'm at 140. My pant size, I was at an 11, and they were a tiny bit big on me. Now I'm at a 7, and then in shorts, like even 7 for odds and 6 for evens. And then like the 11s don't even, like they don't even fit on me anymore. My clothes, I went down to a medium. Sometimes I need a large because my chest is large, and stuff like that. So then, like I said, I went from 165 to 140. And then one thing is, don't do your BMI, because they don't take in all of your stuff. Like for me, since I'm 5'1", I should be like 110 pounds. That just doesn't work for me. Like that, no way would be healthy. So never do your BMI. One thing I do is the body fat percentage, and then the muscle mass percentage. So my body fat percentage, I started at 29% body fat. Now I'm down to 26%. And then that, I'll put down below, like there's a calculator how to do that. And then muscle mass, you just do 100 minus your body fat percentage. So I have 74% muscle. Let's see here. My bust, I wrote them down, that's why I'm looking down. My bust, I started at 38 inches. This was, you know, months ago. And now I'm still at 38 inches. That hasn't changed at all. Sadly, I was hoping it would, but it hasn't. Waist, started at 35 and a half. I'm now at 31 inches. My thighs, I started, they're at 22 inches, and those just went from muscle, or from fat to muscle. I have like my inner thighs, I need to still get muscle, but everything else is pure muscle. So they're still pretty much the same, like circumference, they're just, you know, instead of fat, they're muscle. Same with my upper arms, are 11 and a half inches, and I've obviously been working on those to get from fat to muscle. So I have more muscle. And then my butt, I started at 42 inches. Right now I'm at 38.5. And that again, I moved from, it was all fat to muscle, to making it more muscular and like uplifted. That's one thing. And I want to say my calves, I never measured because, oops, sorry. I never measured my calves and stuff because I did like 6 or 7 years of basketball. So my calves have always been pure muscle, and they, even now if not doing basketball for a few years, they still are. And for the longest time, I walked on my tiptoes. So that actually did muscles. Like my calves are 100% muscle, so I never even have to worry about them. And I believe that was all that I wanted to talk about. Everything again will be linked down below. The calculators, all that stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next